Hey all, this is Mr. Hammond, and in this video I wanted to share a new tool that is available when you create an assignment within Google Classroom called Practice Set. So when you go to Google Classroom and you create an assignment, you are going to notice a new feature right around here where you would add Drive documents, YouTube videos, and other links and things called Practice Sets. So Practice Sets is a way to essentially add a quiz like tool to Google Classroom. However, the big difference I see is that it's essentially within Google Classroom. It's not a separate entity. So if I create or select this practice set, it's going to prompt me to either select a practice set that I've already created or to create a new one. I'm going to show you how to create a new one in this video. So we'll go ahead and click on create, and we'll show you some of the tools. Now, it's not quite as dynamic as creating a quiz through Google Forms. However, it does have some really cool features. One of the features I really like, given my math background, is you notice this little insert math formula icon here. If I click on that and then click on this little keyboard, notice all the math features that I have right here are the math symbols and such. So the math sign symbols. So I think that's awesome because in Google Forms that presented quite a challenge, I guess, creating. There are ways around it, but it just created a challenge in creating questions. So that's one of the features, and you can do that for the questions and the answers. So some other features along here. So that's just the short answer. Notice there's also paragraph, single select, so like multiple choice, and then the multi-select options. So if you create a short answer question, the single select or multi-select, notice it says auto next to it. That means it allows the auto grading feature. Paragraph, obviously, you're not going to be able to auto grade that. Some of the other features, so it does have a little insert content button here, so you can add new questions, you can add text, you can actually do an import feature. Now this is kind of cool too. You can actually import questions from PDF documents. So how that works is if you select import, and I have a file in mind that I'm going to search in my drive just to kind of show you how that works. So actually it's right here. So I'm going to select a question from this document. You won't notice anything different as far as the cursor or the dimming of the screen or anything like that. But if you notice towards the top left-hand corner, you are going to select the problem that you want. So select each problem that you want to import. So I'm just going to select that. Actually, let's try this. I have selected one problem. Let's see if it will actually take all of the problems and just make, whoops, let's see if it will make four different questions, separate questions for me. That would be really cool. And it does not do that. So I was hoping it would do that since it said questions, but I guess it doesn't do that. So we are going to just backspace delete that. I'm going to import another question real quick, just so you can see what it looks like from a student perspective as well. So let's just go ahead and select this first question. We'll import that. And notice it kind of looks like it's a screenshot here. However, one thing that I have noticed, or that I noticed when I tried this out, it doesn't look like a screenshot from the student perspective. So if I try this as a student, now you can add a correct answer there. That way it will auto grade it. I'm just going to bypass that for now, just so you can see what it looks like as a student. So it's loading the practice set. Notice it looks like a normal question to me. So there's not that weird box around the text. It's just a normal question. So the other cool thing, I guess, from a student perspective is you have the option to show your work. So you can type in your work here. You can also use this little squiggly inking tool here. Now, I was really hoping that this inking tool would be able to be used. Oh, it does. It is. So the first time I tried this, it would not allow me to do this, but you can actually take that inking tool and you can work out your problem right here on this little pad. So this would be great if they are working from like I guess a mobile device that has a touch screen on it. Can be a little bit more challenging with the mouse. I would admit that. But you can also notice up here with that grid, you can type within here as well, which is kind of cool. So, and then let's see what this does. So you can clear the content, you can remove the notepad. Let's see what, so that just deletes all of that. Yep, yeah, deleted everything there. You also have the eraser function. So just a simple pad. So you can just ink only one color, which is great, which is fine. And then you also have the option to erase. So let's go ahead and dismiss that. Let's go back to, let's see, go back there. Yeah, go back. So that just opened up a new tab. So we go back here. So you obviously have the option to enter correct answers. You also have the option to enter more skills. So if there are specific skills that you want the student to know, this would actually give them hints if they need it within this. However, even though it doesn't call it a quiz, I think you could probably use this as a quiz, especially since it's auto-graded, automatically added to Google Classroom grades. And then you can actually import Google Classroom grades to Progress Book pretty easily. So I feel like that's a good option even for quizzes, even though it doesn't say it is a quiz. So then let's see what the settings provides us. Allow equivalent answers. I do like that. So if the values are equivalent, you can allow that. So whether it's a fraction or a decimal, x plus y or y plus x. So this is that's a bonus as well, because in Google Forms you really can't do that unless you enter both x plus y and y plus x as an answer. Ignore capitalization. That's interesting. But yeah, I like that. I wonder if they will add additional features along those lines in the future too. So go ahead and cancel that, and we will go ahead and click on Done Editing. So then it gives us the option to attach. So go ahead and attach that. It's missing correct answers. That's okay. Oops. Attach. That's not going to let us do it, is it? So we do have to have correct answers there. We'll just type in something just so we can proceed. Attach. And check that out. So we have a new icon that signifies practice sets. You can still add the directions. You could actually add, I noticed you couldn't add videos within the practice set, but you could add a video before the practice set. So along with all of this, because you can add, attach other things along with it. You can signify how many points this is worth. I did not see anything within the practice set regarding the number of points each question was worth, so I do wonder how that works. But overall, I feel like this is pretty cool. This is something that's kind of it's in the right direction as far as the educational tools within Google and Google Classroom. So I'm actually kind of excited about this, especially as a math teacher, because it does include the symbols and such that have been very challenging for math teachers in the past. So, but if you do have any questions on this or anything else, please let me know. Thanks.